Here's the disclaimer. This is for educational purposes only. This is not financial advice. Cryptocurrencies are risky. Do your due diligence and invest at your own risk. You can lose money. What's up, everyone? Welcome to Crypto Plunder, where there will be no champagne sipping. Crypto pumping. I can only give you the real in a crypto world. Today is November 7th, 2017. And let's get into the news first before we get into any major topics. Let's see what's going on with the news before we look at the market. So Reserve Bank hits a possible ban on cryptocurrencies. Doesn't matter, but it's red news. State of technology. So, green. It's like, they contradict each other because Bitcoin is the blockchain and the blockchain really is Bitcoin. So you can't really have one without the other. And as more and more businesses get on board and more companies and more funds, they'll jump on board again. They just want to buy at the dip. Google knows more people search buy Bitcoin than buy gold. Yeah, not surprised. Bitcoin is worth more than gold right now. So fork supporters prepared to implement. So we're gonna have some. This is negative news, red news. South Korea exchange coin one as Litecoin to its platform. Whatever. Estonia withdraws. A little bit of red news. Bitcoin, the Bitcoin new asset class, first in hundreds of years. All right, that's a little bit green. Bitcoin property sale, green. So people are already buying properties with Bitcoin. Been seeing that recently a lot. How hedge funds help Bitcoin reach new heights. Yes, we're going to have more institutionalized money. So that's going to be, of course, up for us. More money. More money. As far as when it comes to Bitcoin. It means if you're holding your Bitcoin, as institutionalized money comes in, that means that'll be more profit for you because their money equals you buying in early, them buying in later, you being able to profit. Performance is off the charts. Yes, it is. I'll go into that as well in a little bit. Securities, that's fine. Yes, this is going to be a contentious fork because nobody really wants this fork. There's no protection. There's some protection issues that's in there. Cyprus Cyprus Securities and Exchange Commission plans blockchain-based electronic payment. Yep, more and more people are going to be doing that. SEC warns, yes, this is, you can't do this. You can't endorse coin offerings. One, coin offerings are not legal in the United States, and there's laws against this, right? There's laws against pumping up coins or pumping up stocks. You can't do this. So as they get this closer and closer to how the stock market works, you can't do this. There's no more endorsing. So they got their quick run, and that's about it. They're going to keep trying. They're going to keep pushing that envelope, but they'll make an example of somebody for pushing the coins. That's why we don't do any crypto pumping. We don't pump coins. Well, we talk about Bitcoin a lot. Well, because that's the important coin. Chief warns fintechs hype. The Bitcoin bubble will collapse. We'll have a bit of a retracement, which I'll talk about in a little bit, which I think we're in. And then it's going to run back up again in December. So Singapore residents clamor for Bitcoin-backed Visa cards. That means there's going to be revenue. As soon as China gets back in, watch that jump. Because China is not going to stay out of this long. They're buying it up. They're getting their miners ready. They're already getting things in place. So they can say what they want. It's double speak. Blockchain will really disrupt Silicon Valley once consumers control their own data. This is going to be big when you can control your data and not have Googles or Yahoos or the PayPals and the eBays and the whatever else that's collecting Facebooks of the world. All they're doing is collecting data on you and selling it to the highest bidder. So we're going to get into a place where now, if they want to get information on you and your browsers are locked up underneath like crypto browsers, and it's protecting your privacy, and to be able to get access, they've got to pay you to get access to your data. That's going to change the dynamic of how we do business. So see that coming on the horizon, where in the future people are going to want access to your data, but they're going to pay you directly and cut out the middleman and say, hey, can I pay you for your information? And then they'll just be able to pay multiple people across the board to get that data, and then you'll receive the benefit rather than these other third party companies, the Googles of the world holding all your data hostage, or Facebook holding all your data hostage. Goldman Sachs predicts Bitcoin price consolidation around 8,000 before continuing up. No duh. I'll show you why in a minute. Bitcoin blockchain continue march toward mainstream with government partnerships. Of course, that's going to happen. Bitcoin ranked 32nd global currency by physical money supply. Of course it is. Couple VCs and CEOs. Whale Panda delivers final verdict. It doesn't really matter. New ICO scandal. Yes. Altcoins diving. That's not anymore. It's the Wild Wild West. Yes, it is. Strategist says end of fiat-based currency systems near. Recommends Bitcoin. This is big. That Deutsche Bank is actually saying this. Everybody's been saying it in the landscape. Major players that are a lot smarter than I am have been saying that fiat currencies are basically a fraud, right? Guys that I've been watching for about over a year now, they've all been saying the same thing, and it's no longer tinfoil hat theory where people are not seeing the fact that our fiat currency, our US dollar or the euro is manipulated by central banks. So any asset that's not tied to anything, like especially if you look at our US dollar, what is it tied to? It's no longer on a gold standard. So it's not tied to anything. So when people say Bitcoin's a fraud, no, the US dollar is a fraud because it's not tied to anything. It's tied to debt. And you can't tie an asset to debt. We learned that in real estate. When a person cannot pay those debts, they default. And when they default is a ripple and trickle down effect that happens where the house of cards start falling, or the dominoes, when you line them up and you just start knock one down and everything else falls down. That's the way our currency, our current fiat currency, the US dollar, the euro, the yen, the dinars, whatever you want to call your central bank manipulated currency, it's all fiat currencies. And that means they're all tied to debt. They're not tied to a physical asset, though we're kind of, the US dollar is kind of, it's kind of used to buy oil. With Russia and China getting ready to work together on being able to buy oil in Chinese currency, the yuan, that puts stress on the US dollar, right? And then we, of course, got automation coming. So never forget AI, automation, while it's still in its infancy right now and is starting to pose a threat. The threat of what it's doing now is going to be greater over time. Like the fact that there's not going to be as many jobs, and again, people can't pay their debt. So if we're debt society based, or it's a debt economy where you're making money off people being debtors to you and they can't pay their debts, well then the house of cards falls. So fiat currencies, yes, are at an end, are coming to an end. There will be a US coin, there will be a Chinese digital currency. There's going to be a Russian digital currency, which we've seen in episodes before. I showed you where the news was that Russia was creating their own cryptocurrency. There's plenty of countries that are already jumping on the bandwagon and even issuing residents to their country in Bitcoin, and then are going to turn around and create their own currency. The thing is that we're getting to that place where these fake fiat currencies are no longer sustainable on debt, right? So just expect that if you're getting into crypto now or you've been in crypto, you're ahead of the game of where most of the people are going to be. And we're going to see a big run up. All right, let's talk about the market. Now we're down to, let me go ahead and refresh this right now because I've been running my mouth. All right, we're at 60% BTC dominance, right? So we're a little bit up in Bitcoin. When we see that there's a dominance is dropped down here, and we're at 196 market cap, and we see a bit of a dominance. What does that mean? That means if we go here, it's going to be more revenue has gone into altcoins, as we see that, right? More revenue has jumped into altcoins. So as we're looking at this, and we're looking at the top 100. So as we're looking, Bitcoin is partially up. Ethereum, all these guys, the top 10, they've got some reds in here with Neo and Nem. Dash is up, Litecoin's up, of course, because it got a new exchange, as we saw in the news. Monero is up, IOTA, Bitconnect is up, Zcash. So we're seeing the normal players. They've had a run, so they're now doing a little bit dip at EOS. They had a run when all the alts were down, so now they're spreading their stuff around. Let's look at my asset playbook. As you can see, currently the bot's not trading because Steem dropped off the road. It dropped tremendously, so I'm going to be doing manual positions. In fact, I'm going to do a lot of manual positions because alts they're on such fire sale right now, and I'll talk about a few of them in the next coming videos. Alts are at all-time lows in some regards for a lot of the stuff that I'm quote unquote holding bags on. So I'm actually going to double up on a few of these because I still believe in the tech. All altcoins went down because all money was being pushed into Bitcoin, right? Into this surge that happens. So the reason why we had this big run up is because Bitcoin was getting all the capital that these altcoins were no longer receiving. People were just moving their money into Bitcoin. Why? Because it makes more sense if you're going to get more free Bitcoin with the fork to put all your currency into Bitcoin so that you can get as much as possible of the forked coin. And then you'll see a major dip in that forked coin as people get access to their coins. It'll be around the November 15th time frame, 14th, 15th. So yeah, so I'm going to be doing doubling up on some of my positions, which means I'm going to be buying more. I'm actually going to not even worry about 2x or 3x. I'm just going to be buying some serious shares of some companies I think are going to pop, and the bot will not be trading these anymore. So I'll be manually trading a lot of my current coins. Bitcoin. Let's talk about it. If you've been watching the last few videos, I told you Seasons of Bitcoin will be on the screen every single time. And this is why. November, I told you was going to be a potential time around the 7th and the 9th. Somewhere in that zone would be a dip. Are we now in that dip? November 6th? November 7th? The week of November 9th? So that timeline right around here, I said we will be looking at a dip in Bitcoin, and we might be in that dip. It won't last very long because we do have the run up that's about to happen with the split of the altcoin. So we're potentially in that dip. We'll see how it closes out at the end of the week because we're still earlier in the week. I thought we were at that dip here, and that it was coming early, and this was the other fork, the Bitcoin Gold fork. So we'll see whether or not this sustains its drop, because it's had this major run up. We'll see if it sustains the drop and then actually does, this signals that we have hit this November dip. So we're seeing whether or not this is actually it. If it actually stays there, we don't know. But right now, it seems that we're in the dip I've been telling you we were going to have for the last few weeks. Go back. Actually, almost a month now, I said that I was looking at a November dip. So here might be this dip. So just keep an eye out. I'm actually going to snitzel some this week, take a little profit, but not too much, because look what happens right after that November dip. You have a significant November dip like here. We run all the way until the 14th of December. And here we did not too much of a significant dip, but then it started November all the way till the 26th of December before that January dip. All right? See, here's that January 9th dip. January dip. January dip. So we're expecting a major run up to happen after this dip. Then we're going to have the December run up, and we're going to have that January dip. This is when I'm going to go in buying mode. Heavy work right here. Like when for my clients, I'm going to be working hard right here to get as many clients as possible right in this zone, because I want to get as much Bitcoin cheap. So when it does that January to almost March run up, there's that March dip that happens. You see the dip right there. So I want to get as much as I can there, wait for that March dip, do some more work around in March, and have this run that's potentially can happen, because it's happened consistently for the last 2 years. So that's one of the things that I'm waiting on. What I want to talk about and why I believe Bitcoin will not falter down when everybody talks about collapse is something simple. I'm bringing this back up, and I'm going to actually keep talking about this because this will allow you to see truth. Numbers. Men lie, women lie, numbers don't. This is the Bitcoin Energy Consumption Index. How much energy is being consumed to mine Bitcoin? All right? And look at just the numbers. If you look at October, you don't even see a dip. There's no energy dropping off, like people are not selling Bitcoin. This is not the same as selling Bitcoin. This is how many miners are out there mining. How much energy consumption, annualized global mining revenues, annualized estimated global mining costs. So how many households could be that could be powered by Bitcoin? So this is how much energy is being used to mine Bitcoin. That in itself should tell you, if this number keeps going up, what is Bitcoin going to keep doing? If there's more and more energy being piled into this, because remember I told you months ago, I said Bitcoin is an energy play. And if you don't understand that it's an energy play and not some, it's energy. It's not some figment fiat currency. It's not a currency based off of nothing but a central banking conglomerate. It's not the Fed being able to say, hey, the dollar is, they can debase the dollar whenever they want. Now you can't do that. It's just proof that look at the energy that's being used to mine Bitcoin. It's not going down, and it's barely wavering. 24. Look at this. October 24, 23, 22. This is all October. This is all till the 8th of October, we went from 19 terawatt hours to 25 terawatt hours in this short amount of time. It tells you that Bitcoin is still on a steady meteoric rise, and that's going to keep the price of Bitcoin high. That means more and more people are going to try to make money in this, and regardless of what countries don't want to get involved, it doesn't matter if you don't want to be involved. It doesn't. All right. East Coast Crypto, he is doing some major stuff right now. If you haven't joined the Discord group, I suggest you do. The link will be in the description below. Join the Discord group. Get yourself acclimated. We've already closed the classes for Sensi Kevlar's training course to be able to teach you how to be better traders. Those traders are now going to be helping the bot army, which will then, as the market gets a little bit more stable, because right now the markets, everything is, altcoins have been taking a beating. So we're going to have more and more people that are going to help us have those bots trade at better returns. ECC, join and click and subscribe, not only this channel, but in the link below, subscribe to his as well. You know, he's giving away, he has a lot of giveaways, especially of Bitconnect coins. In the Discord group. So join the Discord group and get your access to some Bitconnect coins. You know, he gives away Bitconnect coins every day. So definitely do that. As far as the website, we are pushing that back because I'm going to be developing a new UI for the entire project. That should be in December. November, this month, I'm working on the course. So for me to work on the value traders course, I had to put something behind. So since I have to work on design and the sales and everything else, for the t-shirts to roll out, the website will be done sometime in December because I have a little bit of a window. And from there, you'll be able to purchase the t-shirts to sell on your own. I'm going to be able to have a bigger library of t-shirts to launch out with. Also going to be working with ECC to get those to you as well as putting the stuff on the website as far as the training material. So there's a lot going on right now, so I have to push this back just a little bit because, like I told y'all, one person right now. I'll be working on expanding the team so that we can get more done. So if you are a designer, get in touch with me in the Discord room, and let's see if have a portfolio. Let me see what you're working with. There's a lot of clients that are coming in, and if you're trying to get access to Bitcoin, which is what I would like everyone to be able to do, and you have skill sets, those skill sets are necessary. So if you're a programmer, those skill sets are needed in the cryptocurrency space. There's plenty of projects that we're going to need development on. So if you have skills in UI development, if you have skills, really the main thing is if you have skills in programming, like where you can program complete systems, whether it be Node or whether it be even in PHP, that's fine as well. If you have skill sets to be able to, if you have Amazon Web Service background, we're trying to build a few projects and we're looking for people to work with us on those projects. So if you do have development skills, definitely definitely connect with me. Let's work on this project. Again, I want to see portfolios, see what you're dealing with. It's not enough for me to tell you to get into Bitcoin without offering solutions as to how you can earn. All right. So we definitely need programmers, definitely need people that are data analysts. If you are in artificial intelligence, if you do business intelligence if you work with business intelligence tools, if you are able to graph things out, there's definitely business intelligence people, artificial intelligence people, people who can write in TensorFlow algorithms, or even be able to utilize the open source ones that are on the web, that can help us build out websites that can give us better leads as to what coins we should potentially jump into. I have a couple projects that I want to work on for next year. So if you're a programmer who has skills in writing algorithmic equations for AI, get in touch. There's definitely some projects that you can earn some Bitcoin on. And that can also be, these are, again, what I say, long term deals where you're just not earning once. You work with us on these projects, you can potentially be making subscription fees. So definitely get in touch with me. I'm also looking for graphic people that can help me build out this t-shirt library. You'll receive residuals from that as well. So again, if you are interested in getting into Bitcoin but do not have the capital to do so, there is no excuse. You don't have an excuse. Sweat labor will get you Bitcoin. And I will prove that as I add more to my wallet so I can do these transactions. They're from services. Right? So if you would like to start earning Bitcoin and have some skill sets that can generate some revenue, hey, if you're a producer, you're a music producer, and you want to work with me, I'm getting ready to start getting some beats out for sale. I want to build a library. I'm looking for producers to work with me that we can crank out a crap load of music. If you're interested in earning Bitcoin to be able to have your tracks be sold, and then you can get US dollar to be able to get more Bitcoin, work with me. Again, there's multiple things. Video editors, I'll be looking for y'all too. There's plenty of videos that I'd like to do, but I don't have time to do them all. So if you can help do some of the editing, if you have access to Premiere, get in touch with me. People that are doing explainer videos, if you're able to do animation, get in touch with me. So again, there's plenty of ways that we're going to be able to earn Bitcoin to be able to ride the wave up. Because, like I said, if you're looking at the consumption of energy, it's going up. If you look at historically, Bitcoin has doubled. Here's November, here's January to January, right? January, Bitcoin is at 250, 253-ish, right? 250, 260s. You go to this next January, we're at 400 and something, right? Almost double. You go to the next January, right? The next January, we're at 900. So if Bitcoin keeps doing what it's been doing, we're going to be this number, whatever this number is going, when we get to the end of December to the next January, we're going to be double by the next year. So let's say December 2018, we're going to double again. All right, we're going to be double where we were before. So understand, if it's not, let's say we close out at 9,000, you're looking at 18,000 Bitcoin. 18,000 to 18,000 US dollar for one Bitcoin. If it continues just a doubling, even though we surge past the doubling here. But I'm just going to say, hey, what if we double? What if we go back to the normal rates of return, which was a doubling every year? If we go back to a doubling every year, then that's at minimum an 18,000 for one Bitcoin. If we hit $9,000 by the end of the year, if it just stays at 8,000 for the year, that's still not bad. That'll still give us a $16,000 Bitcoin by the end of 2018. So start working on your services. Start partner with me. My thing is, I would like to grow the Toxic Hustle business on behalf of the CEO. And if I can help grow this business to be able to help not only, you know, the team earn more revenue, but you earn more revenue, then why not? So, if you have any graphic skills for t-shirts designs, if you have any development skills in which you can help us program tools that we want to get in to help traders earn more, if you want to help we're developing chat bots, so if you understand how to if you understand APIs, get in touch with me. Again, there's projects in which you can earn consistent Bitcoin as we roll out these projects. All right, so I'm going to cut this off today. Again, click and subscribe. I want to thank you for watching the video. Thank you for taking the time to hear everything that we've got going on and what's going on in the crypto world. Be sure to start working on your services. And if you would like to partner up, please partner up with me. Just hit me up in the Discord room, or just hit me up in the Discord room. I'm in and out of there, and I'll definitely see it faster than an email. So that's it for today's Crypto Plunder. Again, thank you for watching, and I will see y'all next time. Peace.